exercise 4, 7, 8 hands that involves a aligning of mind and body, of breath and body. Okay, and so with our arms outstretched and our hands and fingers in a medium grip, we want to choose or be deliberate about having a grip that's not too tight and not too loose, but to hold it and sustain with awareness this medium grip. And to be aware of the fingers in this position, to really have this whole exercise be one of moving into greater awareness. Now, the exercise itself involves a count 4, 7, 8. And this count will be applied to our breathing and also to the motion of our hands. As it relates to our breathing, we will inhale to the count of 4, hold our breath to the count of 7, and then exhale through the count of 8.
Okay.
Now when we inhale, if we're able to, we inhale through the nose and we exhale through the mouth as if we're blowing through a straw. If you're able to do that, give that a try. If it's easier for whatever reason to do it all through the nose or all through the mouth, that's fine too. Now in addition to the breathing, we also will have our hands opening to the count of 4, stretching and holding themselves open to the count of 7, and then closing to the count of 8. And we'll do those together in synchrony. So let me demonstrate it first, and then I'll guide you through it once, and then we'll see if you have any questions.
Okay.
So, inhaling and open the fingers, 2, 3, 4. Stretch the fingers open and hold the breath, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Exhaling and closing the fingers, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay?
Okay.
All right, so now I'll guide you through it. 3, 2, 1. In, 2, 1. Inhale and open your fingers. 2, 3, 4. Stretch your fingers and hold your breath. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Exhale and close your fingers. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, terrific. How was that?
Wonderful.
Okay. So now I'll guide you through it twice. I'll do it with you.
Okay.
3, 2, 1. Inhale and open your fingers. 2, 3, 4. Stretch your fingers and hold your breath. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Exhale and close your fingers. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale and open your fingers. 2, 3, 4. Stretch your fingers and hold your breath. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Exhale and close your fingers. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. How does that feel?
Feels very good.
Okay, and it may have a relaxing quality.
Absolutely.
It can be good sometimes to use this when you're in class, maybe feeling a little bit overwhelmed or an urgency, or before you're beginning to study. Maybe even if you're on the phone talking to somebody and it's getting a bit irritating for whatever reason. It's nice to be able to sort of redistribute the energy, to not be so caught up in the chatter that might be running through your mind by doing this exercise. And in doing so, you're still paying attention, but you're a little bit more at ease in the moment to really be there for what's happening.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Any questions?
Well, should I be doing the exercise at that same pace every time?
Okay, that's a very good question. It's intended to be comfortable, not rushed, and also not belabored. So you find a pace that's good for you. What's important, however, is that the count and the tempo remain constant throughout. So it might be 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, or it could be 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, or slower. But whatever it is, that if the 4, 7, 8 is carried throughout in the same tempo.
Okay. And are there a certain number of repetitions that would make doing the exercise more beneficial?
Okay, that's another very good question. This exercise, especially the breathing 4, 7, 8, goes back thousands of years. And it's a very powerful breathing exercise. It's been found to be very helpful in dealing with anxiety and panic and just sort of everyday agitation. So the answer is that it has a medicinal quality. to it. And so we don't want to overdo it. Breathing is a very powerful force in our body, and it's nice to be able to, with awareness, cultivate what our breathing can do for our well-being, etc. 2 times, 4 times, I would say start in that range. And so if you want to do it once, because in the moment of challenge or whatever, once is what you have to bring to it, terrific. But if you can do it twice, great. Want to do it 4 times? Great. And I would say leave it there for now, because that oftentimes can be sufficient for helping center and sort of bring a bit of integration or balance back into the mind and the body in that moment.
Okay.
It's nice to do it throughout the day, twice, say, or 4 times, so that when you wake up, you might do it as a waking exercise, just twice. It takes, 15, 30 seconds, so it's a nice way to sort of press the reset button and be grounded before going to bed. It can be nice to do it. And then during the day, just to sort of have a moment of, where we might want to breathe, for example. This is a way of sort of engaging a little bit more in that moment of, waking up or coming into balance.
Sure. Well, and at what point should the exercise become natural?
Okay, you'll find out for yourself.
Okay.
Most people find that after, with awareness, doing it a handful of times, it becomes second nature, which is helpful because oftentimes we'll want to incorporate it into moments that are challenging. And if we haven't yet got it figured out, it could be a whole additional source of frustration.
Right.
So it's worth taking the time to practice it a handful of times early on, and especially doing it at times that are just regular old times. You might think that, oh, nothing's really happening, so what's the point in doing it? But oftentimes the body and the mind is moving into states of tightness or contractedness, and it's just sort of on that path. By doing this for no reason, it can sort of bring us back in ways that we might not even be aware of. So that can be a way to both practice it, but also can be serving a really useful purpose as well. But most people find that after doing it a handful of times, that it becomes second nature, and then it's easier to do so that if you're in class and the person next to you just was called on, and you're very sort of anxious, rather than sort of go, oh my gosh, and have this mind go, uh-oh, I hope I don't get called on, and what if I don't know, and all these sorts of things that we're also familiar with, to be able to go, and to be able to do the breathing will still be focused on what might happen next, but not so caught up in it from a fear-based sort of anxiety way, at least not as much.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Good. Well, thank you very much.
Thank you.